Boys, we are live. Take it to the bank, Sonoma. I'm Keg. With me, as always, is my NASCAR partner in crime, Coop, who's been having a hell of a week, but he's here. Coop, my guy, how are you today?
You know, I think I figured out why you're always like this at the beginning of the show.
Why? I don't even know why I do it.
Because you're cold. You're trying to warm up.
That's true. I'm cold. My iron level is not very high.
You found out why.
Yeah, we did find out. We did find out why. My iron level is 3. Yep. How are you, my guy? What a weekend, huh? We had last weekend.
Yeah, pretty crazy, man. Like I was thinking, like, when was the last time? Like, you very rarely do you see a car blow a motor anymore. Like,
well, we saw more than a couple last year.
You don't see it a lot, man.
Well, we saw tires blow last year. I think
right, tires, but like the actual motor, like when was the last time? Like, you don't see it often.
I'd have to think about that, but I thought
unless it's on like a Rick Ware or a
John. Oh right. Oh, you mean like one of the big guys? Yeah, it's very rare. Very rare. Yeah.
And then when was the last time we saw a car run out of gas?
Well, that happens a lot. That happened last. Yeah, don't you remember Chase Elliott? Where was he? Like Watkins Glen or somewhere last year where he was 2 laps short. He was looking like he was going to win the race on the road course, and they screwed up.
But did he physically run out of gas?
Yeah, he physically ran. Yeah, he physically ran out of gas. Yeah,
but I just don't recall seeing it that often anymore.
All right,
either one of them.
All right, so for those
that happened in the same race.
For those that don't know, we were on Austin Cindric last week at 65 to 1. We found
we were also on Bell and Blaney. But...
Yeah, we were also on Bell and Blaney. Sure. Now, I listen. There was a lot of sour grapes out there, right? And I get it because of how many times that it's happened to you and I over the last 3 years. Sometimes volatility happens, and you're on the wrong side of it, right? That being said, Chris Bell, his motor blew, right? His motor was going to blow. It is what it is. Okay. So his motor blows. Let's throw him to the side because he went in a little early, didn't he? Which is the reason why he was like 5 seconds back and he had to drive through the field and come up and catch everybody, right? But on that last pit stop, Austin Cindric was in the lead. They went down pit road. Ryan Blaney got out ahead of him. Why? Because he didn't fill his fucking tank with gas, bro. That's why. That's the reason why. It's not a secret anymore. We know why. He ran out of gas. He didn't fill the tank. It should have been Austin Cindric in the lead anyway. And Chris Bell Chris Bell's the guy that really got the short end of it. He should have won that race. He had the best car by a mile, and he should have won that race. We were on him. We were on Blaney, but we were also on Austin Cindric, and we'll take that 65 to 1. They owe us about 2 or 3 more of those this year, Coop, but we'll take it. I could not believe first of all, it took my brain a minute to process what was happening. Because I couldn't understand when I was watching, I couldn't understand how Daniel Suarez got back in front of Ryan Blaney before Austin Cindric came. I'm like, how did Suarez get back in front of Blaney? And then it hit me. Oh, something's wrong with his car. And then once I saw the time evaporate, I was like, holy shit. I can't. This never happens. It never happens like that where we're on a guy at 65 to 1. Now, granted, we found a rogue number. It was at Caesars. He was basically 28 to 1 market wide at that point, and we called a good number. But I mean, it is what it is, man. We've been on the wrong end of it a lot. We were on the right end of it. We were going to cash regardless. But I'll take that 65 to 1, Coop.
A couple things that stand out to me that I remember is like one, Yeg saying, and he said it a couple times, and I know one time at the beginning of the race, he's like, we're on a 65 to 1 who's starting second.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You know?
And not only starting second, if you looked at his practice times,
he was
like the third best car.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't make you know why? Because it's Austin Cindric. That's why.
Right. That's why I said I had more faith in Cindric than what I had in McDowell because of his practice times.
Yeah, fair. It was nowhere near as good as Cindric was. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking burned that half unit, but
I wasn't
going to let him beat me, Coop.
The other thing is, like, at the end of the race, during the video after a won, you're all excited and everything, and all of a sudden you turn and you say, "I got to take a break, people."
I got to take another pressure pill. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I went back and I watched that video about 40 times. What stuck out to me the most was the last 5 laps. Yeg would not stop saying, "We need a miracle caution here. We need a miracle caution." He said it 118 times in 5 laps.
Yeah. And we didn't need the miracle caution. We just needed a miracle.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So takeaways from Gateway. It didn't even matter if you had Chris Bell had such a better car than the rest of the field, but he couldn't even get by Ryan Blaney. That high line matters so much at that track that you cannot pass for the lead. It's almost impossible.
Yep. No,
nothing new.
That's it. I mean, taking 2 tires were good for like track position.
Yep.
But it wasn't good for, a race winning strategy. Other than the last, couple laps, it was an anticlimactic race, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm with you. So now we go to Sonoma. That's where we're at, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Now, the only road course that we've had so far this year has been Coda, right? Early in the year. So no real comp on the track, right? It's recently been repaved. Because of the repave, they're running something like 2.5 to 3 seconds better than the track record. Is there a comp to Sonoma? Not really, right?
No, I mean, most people say Watkins Glen is going to be the most comparable, but like you said, there's no true comp. Every one of these courses or tracks are unique in their own way.
Yeah. I taped practice and qualifying. I haven't watched it yet. I just looked at the data so far. I'm interested to see, I know that Truex and Chastain and Berry, when they did the tire test, they were talking that there were different gears at different parts of the track. But are there different braking zones too, or are they the same?
I mean, they should be the same. You might have to brake, a couple 100 feet or 50 feet sooner, maybe, because you're going faster. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, they should be the same. The line should be the same. I think another big piece is on that turn 11 where they used to have the tires is now a wall.
There's a wall, right?
Which, that used to be a passing zone. It's not an easy course to pass on. I think qualifying is going to be super, super, super important because if you're not in a couple, 4, 6 at best, man, you're going to have a hard time getting up there because all these cars are going to be driving super fast and they're all going to be similar speeds. So.
Yeah. So Martin Truex is like the mayor of Sonoma, right? He's a beast. It's his track. He owns it. He's got a chance to make it the first track he's ever won 5 races at. Now, on a repaved track, right? You normally assume it's going to be wicked fast and there's going to be no tire wear at all. Now, all Truex's edge on this track was on the long run because he managed his tires better than everybody else. He kept that speed, and he would just eventually blow by everybody, regardless if he had the best car or not, right? Now, of the 3 drivers that tested, he was the one that said he was most surprised by how much the tires wore during the track test. So do you think that tire wear is going to come into play?
100% no.
Why?
I mean, if you go look at the laps, Tyler Reddick lost like 0.4 of a second in 15 laps.
That's not that much.
That's not much at all. Like, I think you're going to see cars changing 2 tires.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yep. At some points, it's not. I mean, Martin Truex is the only driver I've heard talk about tire fall off.
Yeah. Me
Other
too.
than the normal Goodyear snapshot, which tells you they created a tire that will create tire fall off. Like, they tell you that every freaking race.
Right.
It never happens.
Right.
It never happens.
So we don't have odds because practice was on
There's
Friday.
odds up.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, all over.
Oh, not Bet 365.
Yeah, I was just looking at them.
Oh, okay. They're back up. I refreshed. All right, good. So we could do the show. That's good. Well, not all the markets are up, but at least we have top 3 and top 5. I forgot to screenshot all the odds because practice was on Friday this week.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Imagine it's 2030.
Okay.
Jay has his iron taken care of. He's had a surgery. He has a new back. Everything's happy. He's down to 220 pounds.
Right. I like this. Keep going. Tell me more.
They repaved Darlington. It's fresh.
Come on, Coop. Don't even wish that into existence, bro.
What do you think happens at Darlington when they repave it?
I don't know. I would assume that.
Do you think Martin Truex, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin have an advantage over the field?
But that's literally taking the entire personality out of Darlington. What makes Darlington Darlington? Would they ever do that?
They took the entire personality out of Sonoma.
Not according to the mayor of Sonoma. But I mean, lap time. We have lap times now, I guess. So
how often do you trust the mayor?
I mean, I tend to trust him here, Coop. He's
just a mayor in general.
Oh, a mayor in general? Never, ever. Literally not once. Yeah, literally not once.
Like, I really think it's going to come down to speed. Who's fastest qualifying? Top 4, top 5. It's going to be hard to pass. And I mean, I know, like, we know who's going to be fast. Like, Ryan Preece and Ricky Stenhouse, aren't going to come out of the blue and all of a sudden be fast. Like, who the winners are going to be. It's just a matter of being on that winner. Like, there's 12 cars.
Yeah, but hold up. You said Reddick lost 0.4 over 15 laps, right?
Something like that.
Marty lost over a second from 5 to 10.
You can't trust 5 laps and 10 lap averages. Look at Kyle Larson's 5-lap average. Look at his 10-lap average.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's an 11-second difference. That's obvious.
Look at Ty Gibbs' 5-lap average. Look at his 10-lap average.
Yeah, 2 seconds. They're all over the place.
Like if you take 1 lap and you get behind somebody, or you take 1 lap and like you get a little loose and you really slow it down, like that messes your time. That's why I want to have individual lap times. to see who, because like the 5 lap and the 10 lap, 1 lap can really distort it much more than like a half a mile and a mile track.
I checked on Twitter, but I didn't see any.
I haven't either yet. So, but like, you know, that's why I said you can't trust them.
Yeah.
You got to look at individual laps.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they look like. All right. We got odds up. Wow, Kyle Larson came back at 4-1, huh?
Why?
I don't know, but he's 4-1 at DK anyway. He's 450 at FanDuel. Oh no, that's the chip. He is 4-1. Yeah, he's 4-1. He's your favorite at Bet365. Will Byron is your Ty Gibbs is your second choice at 8-1. Will Byron is your third choice at 9-1. He's half the price.
So going back to 2023 COTA and counting every single road course, how many times do you think Kyle Larson's had top 10 speed?
Once.
Throughout the race.
Once. Watkins Glen.
So
I think. Actually, I could check that.
He just hasn't had it on road courses here recently. And some of that's driven by issues also. That's made that speed much slower. But
once. Watkins Glen. So,
like, they're making him the favorite because he had the best 5-lap time.
So, like, when I think that if we're going to go under the assumption that tire wears out the window, and you're looking at people that carried speed on road courses in this next gen car, or at least since the beginning of last year, that puts Dinger, Bell, Gibbs, Byron, Reddick, maybe KB, maybe Elliott, not Suarez, McDowell and Busher, maybe Logano.
Like, you know how a couple weeks ago Watto was talking about the F1 race at Monaco, and he's like, the race doesn't mean anything. Qualifying is what wins you the race. Like, I think that's how I feel about this race.
What do you mean? You're telling me you think whoever gets out gets out and never looks back? That's
I think there's a good chance because, like, it's going to be extremely hard to pass. It's already like a track that only allows for a couple passing zones.
Are pit stops live?
Yeah, pit stops are live. Mm-hmm.
So out of the guys that I just mentioned, is there anybody that you would say no to?
Name them again.
Dinger, Gibbs, Bell, Reddick, Byron, Busher, McDowell, Reddick, if I didn't say him. And then I said maybe KB, maybe Logano.
I say no to Dinger.
Really?
because I don't think.
He's been top 5 in speed at every road course but the Indy road course last year.
But if you look at it, he's been like 4th and 5th. Like, I don't know if he has the top
yeah.
line.
Well, he's been like 3, 5, 5,
I
1.
worry
six.
about Colleague being able to produce that top-notch car. The cars have been dog shit this year, man. I know it's a road course. It's different. It's what they, thrive on. I don't know. I just don't know. I can't bet everybody. So that's why I left Dinger out. Plus, this isn't typically his best road course.
If Larson and Byron are in play, doesn't Elliott have to be in play Sunday?
Yeah, I bet Elliott. So I think he could win.
You bet him?
Yeah.
When?
I bet like 8 drivers on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I left Chastain out. I didn't mean to. Him too. I think he's the only Trackhouse car, though, because I think Daniel Suarez is a fucking dead dog on Sunday. But, yeah, I wouldn't leave Chastain out. He's been really, like, under the radar fast on road courses.
Mm-hmm.
But he did struggle at Sonoma last year.
Yeah, I like, though, that he had to test. He has laps. I like Gibbs for that fact, too, because he's going to have the Xfinity.
Yeah, I like that, too. I like that, too.
So
there's going to be a learning curve out there. I mean, I haven't watched practice yet, but Meyer said that there was a ton of cars spinning.
I would imagine.
But why? I mean, that's going to happen on Sunday too. Why are they spinning?
Could. It's going to be hotter on Sunday too.
And there's no way you can go out there in 30 minutes and be able to gauge the speed of 3 seconds in every turn. It's impossible. Like, people are going to be fucking up on Sunday.
But I think the other thing is, I'm sure they've run this in simulator.
With, like, the new...
in their rigs, where they have a simulator.
Yeah. But can you really, like... Can you factor in the repave and like, the tire and everything in there?
And those things, they say they can factor in, how much you're blowing on it.
Really? It makes me apprehensive. Like, it worries me. It worries me to hear everybody spinning out.
I mean, who's everybody? 2 or 3 drivers?
I don't know. He said he said a bunch or something like that was the term he used.
I bet you go back and it's like 2 or 3 drivers.
Yeah, I'll watch it tonight. Oh, D, the hat's right here. I wore it last weekend, my guy.
But like, I don't know. I just feel like speed, like the whole week, like I don't think a veteran's going to win. Like, I think this is a young kid's race. Somebody 30 years or younger who's going to go out and just have the speed.
So you don't think McDowell or Buescher could win?
Yeah, I think they could. Yeah, I think they could. I think I'm more or less talking about, like, Marty, Denny, the veterans. Truex. That's Marty, by the way.
Kyle Larson is going to be a problem, though, man, because when he's got fucking speed on a road course, he's incredibly tough to deal with.
He could, but he makes a lot of mistakes too.
True.
And if there are mistakes out there, like he has speed in the 1.5 miles, but he makes mistakes.
True.
So, like, I think
That
that's going to
number,
be Kyle Busch's downfall.
I just don't know how you can back Kyle Larson at that number now. Like, I kind of like the number on everybody else. I mean,
it's what, $2 worse than what it was?
Well, Marty was the favorite at like 6-1 all week. So it's probably $3 or $4 off, right? He's 4-1, Coop.
Yeah.
That's so low.
Well, why are you saying it's so low? Every week somebody's 4-1.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, like 5 years ago, Chase Elliott was plus 180 to win on a road course. So I get it. But it's low because there's just a lot of shit going on at Sonoma this weekend. It's not just like normal Sonoma. It's just, that's low. If you want to back him, like you're basically only backing him and nobody else. So you got to get creative, which is what we do here. All right. After him, Ty Gibbs at 8-1. I think you got to be on him. He's he's wicked fast.
Look at Ty Gibbs' results in the last 3 or 4 road courses.
I don't know about his results, but he's been the second fastest car in the last 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. He's one of the best road course drivers on the track, for sure. Yep. Got to give him that.
And he's going to have the extra laps from the Xfinity race.
Extra laps, which is big. He's faster this year than he was last year. Just in general, he's had a way better year. So yeah, I think 8-1 is what was he earlier in the week? Do you remember?
8-1. Like, yeah, that's the thing that I don't get. Like, what did Kyle Larson do so special in practice that his number moved and everybody else's stayed the same or got worse?
I mean, the only thing that it could be is that 5-lap average.
Yep.
Which, by the way, like didn't like blow the doors off the field. I mean, he was 0.2 faster than Byron, Gibbs, Blaney. Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Kyle Larson, man. You know how it goes. Will Byron, you don't think about Willie B as like an excellent road course guy, but like, man, he's been fucking fast.
The numbers say he's the best recently.
Yeah, well, average speed. Yeah, for sure. He struggled at Sonoma. Sonoma is the worst. He was 14th in speed at Sonoma.
They could have been testing last year, though, too. He already had his wins, blah, 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 blah. They said they ain't doing that shit this year.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think of him like as like this crazy road course guy, but man, he's been fast. So you can't count him out. I don't know if you can count Dinger out, Coop. It's fucking Dinger.
I might get on Dinger. We'll have to wait and see. I might get on Larson. We'll have to wait and see. But, like, I can't bet everybody, I would have had to spend 3 units instead of 2 units. And I don't want to spend it.
Oh, cry me a fucking river, old man. Shut up. After him, you're up for fucking 100 and something units this year while I'm getting my fucking balls raked against the coals. You could spend a fucking unit. What are we talking about here? What do you mean?
Bankroll management, man.
Yeah, bankroll these fucking... Stop. Settle down. You could have spent the unit.
No, right? There's so many things that are unknown in this race, man. Like, I didn't want to go 3 units. I wanted to go 2.
Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't want to bet a lot either. I bet hardly anything. I wanted to see practice and qualifying. All right. After Byron, Chase Elliott 10-1, fair. He's incredible. He's one of the best guys on road courses. He's got speed this year. He could easily be a factor. Easily.
Now, I think Chase could go either way. Because, like, if you look at his road course averages, speeds, they haven't been nearly as bad as Larson's, but they haven't been nowhere near as good as, like, a Reddick or a Byron or a Gibbs.
Yeah, true. 9, 2, 5, 10. Yeah, they've been better than Larson's, but yeah, it hasn't been elite. But man, Coop, he's so much faster this year than he was last year. It's like night and day.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. But like, I who do you feel better about, Gibbs or Elliott?
Gibbs, for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
like I would take Gibbs over Elliott. If I had to choose one of the two, I would take Gibbs.
Yeah, I'm with you. But I still don't think you could leave him out with the way that
now,
you.
When you get down to, like, if I had to choose Elliott or Dinger, I might choose Elliott. But, like, I don't think I'm choosing Elliott over Byron. I'm not choosing him over Bell. I'm not choosing him over Gibbs or Reddick.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, at least, like, be consistent, because, like, Bell's been on the tail end of that top 10 too.
But the thing that sticks out to me with Chris Bell had the frickin' whip at Coda. He had the best car by far. And it wasn't even close.
You're talking about Coda this year?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. Totally, for sure.
That's why I'm on Bell. He could have drove that car in reverse and won.
NASCAR's funny with momentum too, man. Mm-hmm. Sunday could have been like 3 in a row for him.
Yeah. I'm glad you're getting on the momentum swing.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just fucking it's weird. But yeah, I'm with you. Like I think that you, like, if you bet the sport like Coop and I do, then I think that Chris Bell has to be one of your guys. If you snipe one or two guys, I don't know. I might wait until the race starts. But if you bet the sport like him and I do, he would be one of the guys you would be on.
See, I didn't think Bell was a sniper for me, man. I mean, saying it before practice and after practice, like, it's easier to say that now from, like, he might be a snipe. But, like, before practice, I don't think he was. Like, I had 3 guys I thought are snipes in my picks.
That makes sense. Tyler Reddick, 10-1. Man, that kid just has not been as good in that 45 car on a road course as he was in that 8. I mean, like, that's just a fact. Has he won?
The guy has he won in every single Gen 7 road course race, except for Sonoma.
Okay. And top 10's not going to pay me out, Coop.
If you bet a top 10, it will.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean, man. We're talking about the outright market. Has he won a race in the 45 on a road course?
No, I don't know. Is it that he's that bad, or is it that like these other drivers are that good now and have just been a little bit better than him? It's not like he's finishing in 30th place.
I get what you're saying. But the car means a lot on road courses.
You don't back Reddick this weekend and see how comfortable you feel.
I'm not saying that. See, I'm not saying that, Coop. All I'm saying is when he was winning every other road course, it was in that 8. And you know what? That's part of the reason why Kyle Busch can't even get out of his own fucking way. But he's been fast on road courses.
I think it's just a fact that other cars have caught up to him. I don't think he's gotten worse.
Okay. But yeah, obviously it's a road course and it's Tyler Reddick. You got to be on him. But I mean, I just don't feel like I felt like you and I felt about him 2 years ago, where it was like, we're going to bet Tyler Reddick and only Tyler Reddick to win the road course.
Right.
And
You don't bet Tyler Reddick, and you tell me what your undies look like halfway through the race.
Coop, we're not here to talk about my underwear, okay? I'll be on Tyler Reddick.
They'll probably be pretty soily.
I'll be on Tyler Reddick. But I don't feel about him like I felt 2 years ago.
Okay.
All right. Busher. Oh, wait. We're not there yet. Let's just go in order. Oh, Dinger's 10-1 too. See, that's a little crazy.
Yeah, his number went down. He was like 12.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. Like, I don't think him and Tyler
He didn't
Reddick.
he didn't even run a 5-lap average.
Him and Tyler Reddick should not be the same odds because they're not even in close to the same equipment.
Like, I think they just throw darts and say, all right, let's make this person this one, this one, this one. And, like, when they're throwing it on the dartboard, like, Kyle Larson only has a 4, a 4.5, and a 5, and a 5.5.
That's funny.
I think that's how it works. Because it makes no sense that Dinger went down.
Yeah, really, Josh. Josh, don't even get me going, bro.
What?
Yeah, Josh is talking about you. After that, Marty's 12-1. I can't fade him. But the problem is, like, you can't bet 15 guys, bro.
Who?
I would
Marty's,
feel.
Are you talking about Martin Truex?
Yeah, I'm talking about Marty. I understand that a lot.
I'll bet him live if I have to. I have conviction. I can feel comfortable not going into this race betting Martin Truex Jr. And my pants will be completely dry, unlike yours.
Oh God, I fucking hope he wins the race on Sunday. Just for that fucking comment. I hope he wins the race on Sunday. I hope I might go buy a Marty t-shirt at Bass Pro Shops before Sunday show.
No, I heard that Bass Pro Shops has the world's largest population of midgets.
What? Oh, bro. Do I have a story for you about midgets? Oh, that's why you said that. Okay. I got attacked by a midget last night, bro. A legitimate midget.
I read it this morning.
I'm gonna save that story for people that haven't heard it for tomorrow. All right. After Marty, Chris Bell 14-1.
But hold on. You're really gonna be on Marty?
It depends on how many people I bet. I don't know yet.
I guess that brings up an interesting, because you're getting ready to say Chris Bell. Like, are you going to be on Chris Bell?
Yeah, I'll be on Bell for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because he was the fastest car at Coda.
I don't think he did much in practice though today.
I could tell you right now.
Not that it matters, but
I don't have individual lap times though, so yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll be on Bell.
So going back to this is really interesting. It would be a great topic to have. What was Chris Bell's times? 5-lap. Did he run a 5-lap?
He did.
And what was it?
About 2/3 down the list.
So there might have been a lap in there that maybe didn't do well for him, or maybe that's his true time.
Larson ran a 74.2. He ran a 75.2.
So, I mean, he might have had maybe a little bit of a bad lap, or it could be his real time. I don't know. But I think where the conversation comes in and would be good is Chris Bell was 750 to 8 pre-practice, and now he's 14. Was he that much worse than AJ Allmendinger, and they had to move AJ Allmendinger from 12 to 10? Like, what's their thought process? I would love to know that. Like, what makes them do that? Like, there's no rhyme or reason that would make that.
AJ Allmendinger didn't run a 5-lap average.
I know. So are they penalizing Chris Bell because he did? And rewarding AJ because he didn't?
I don't know the answer to that.
It just doesn't make sense. That's why I think they're just throwing darts.
They were only a 10th and a half off each other in their fastest lap time.
Interesting. It's crazy.
Michael McDowell and Chris Buescher, 14 and 18 to 1.
Yeah, I just felt like I had to bet both of them.
These have been the two Fords that have been the fastest on every road track, every road course in this new car.
They were good at Sonoma last year too. You don't, and the thing is, like, you don't think of Michael McDowell like being a good manager of the tires. So, like, I was thinking with this repave, he would be better. And don't count out Mr. McDowell. He could win the pole tomorrow. He's been known to win a couple poles this year.
Yeah, he might have. He was on the pole last year at least one road course. Definitely, I remember that.
So.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like, the only way to be fast at Sonoma is managing your tires. You can't be fast any other way because your tires shit the bed last year before the track was paved. So how do you think that doesn't come into play for him, but it does for Marty? You're not being consistent, bro. Be consistent.
I don't know what you just said.
Michael McDowell was fast at Sonoma last year. The only way you could be fast at Sonoma last year was by managing your tires. There's no other way to do it.
I think it's overrated. Like, I don't think the tire wear is like a Darlington or a Richmond. I think it's just high tire wear for a road track.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's anywhere close to that.
So then why is Marty not in play?
I just don't feel Marty this week because it's a fresh paved track. He hasn't had the top line speed.
You're not making sense. Think about what you just said. Think about what you just said to me. You just said to me that, number one, you thought last year and the tire wear was overblown. Don't think it's going to matter for McDowell. Why is it going to matter for Marty then?
Marty's not good on fresh pavement.
You have Michael McDowell fresh pavement stats, Coop? No, you don't. No, you don't. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. You just have a feeling that it's not going to be Marty Truex on Sunday. Let's call a spade a spade.
I think I just said that.
Okay, but you're not coming at me with any actual data that makes sense.
Yeah, I just don't like Marty this week.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
For all those reasons.
No, you can't say that. You can't say for all those reasons because it's a feeling, basically, is what.
Are you waving your mouse at me?
Yes, I'm waving my mouse at you right now. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I don't know because I had it in my hand.
I've never seen you wave your mouse at any point of any show for 3 years.
I don't think I have. I've never done that before. And who do you think we can rule out by going for stage points? Not sure why Larson stayed out for them last year. Never recovered.
It's too early in the process to talk about that. I think they need to qualify first, and I think a lot of that will determine it or help determine it.
Are you going to bet the winner of stage 1 wins the race? I've been thinking about that all week because I think I agree with Worm. Did you listen to the podcast this week?
No.
He said basically it's going to pretty much be impossible for the winner of stage 2 to win this race, which kind of makes sense. I don't think there's a car out there that could drive that from that far back.
But why would stage 1 winner have a chance, though?
Because you would think that guy probably comes in at the end of stage 1, right? In the lead. And he would cycle back through on that final stop.
Well, typically how it works is like the winning strategy is to come in 2 or 3 laps prior. And then the cars pit who stayed out. But the cars that stayed out lose the track position.
So do you think that's basically in play for stage 1 too? So you think
I'm not betting.
Do you think
I'm
that
not betting stage 1 or 2 winner wins the race?
Do you think that the leader is going to come down before stage 1 ends for sure?
Well, for sure is a pretty strong statement. But I think it's pretty high percentage that the winner of this race pits before the end of stage 1.
Okay. That's fair.
Which brings me to another question I had thought about.
Okay.
Do you know the numbers on those 2 bets?
They're usually like 3-1.
Yeah, they're like 275, 375, something like that.
Yeah. What are they?
Based upon that's what they are.
Oh, okay.
Like, why wouldn't the books, based upon what we just talked about, like make it 6 or 7 or 8 to try to entice some fish in there to get their money? Like, why is it so slow? Are they that out of tune to it? Because that number shouldn't be 275 or 375.
Well, but it's
based
that number
upon the history.
It's that number every week, though.
I know, but based upon the history of having cautions on road tracks,
they don't think like that.
That number should be like 25-1 or 30-1.
They don't think like that
because they don't win the race. Whoever wins stage 1 or 2. Now, if it was a cautionless, like they were last year, yeah, maybe 275 or 375. Are you frozen?
No, I'm looking. Yeah, but here's the thing, Coop. Where do you think Marty finished stage 1 at Sonoma last year?
I don't know.
Second. He won the race.
Didn't finish first.
Yeah, but that's like the only reason Denny won, but he shit the bed. Were they live cautions like stage breaks last year?
They didn't have stage breaks last year.
Oh, okay.
They didn't throw the cautions.
That's why I asked. Okay.
Yeah. So you can throw last year's out.
Right. All right.
They ran straight through them.
That makes sense. Okay. Our guy Austin Cindric, 18-1. Ross Chastain, 18-1. That's kind of crazy that they're both 18-1.
But going back to the original question, like, depending upon what the numbers are, I'll probably throw 0.20 or 0.25 units on 4 or 5 drivers if I can get them 20 or more to win stage 1.
Oh, based on but it's so hard to know who it's going to be.
I have stats to show you.
You don't have stats that show me.
I do.
Yeah, but you don't know how many cars are going to come down pit road first before the stage.
That's why it's a bet.
Yeah, no,
that's why I'm betting it. No. And that's why it has to be 20 or more, or 20 to 1 or higher.
No. That's called pissing in the wind and hoping it doesn't come back in your face. That's not called betting. That's not what we do. That's a total guess.
Well, I mean, who we think's going to win the race is a total guess?
No. Because there's way more volatility in the ultimate performance / driver that weekend. There's less volatility in that than I wonder who's going to be in 13th place when the first 12 cars come down pit road before stage 1 ends. If 12 cars come.
If I told you, I could tell you who are the top 2 stage point collectors of points in stage racing in the Gen 7 car, who do you think it would be?
On road courses? Can you also tell me on road courses?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, on road courses.
I would say Austin Cindric is one of them.
He is not. But
that's a good guess, though.
It is a good guess. But Austin Cindric's in play this week. And if you think really hard, you would know who the first 2 are, based upon who you just said.
Blaney and Logano?
Yep, that's not even close. They're going to race for stage points if the opportunity presents them.
Where did you get that? Where did you get that data from?
I've had a lot of time on my side the last couple of days.
sitting in the hospital will do that to you, bro. Yeah, but I need a link to see that data after the show is over, because I didn't even know that existed.
Yep.
I guess that makes sense, but you don't.
Now if Blaney and Logano were like in the top, starting the top 5, I don't think I could bet them, because I think they'll race for the win. Because they don't have a win.
Logano was pretty good here last year.
But then Logano, man, like, he's out. He could be racing for them points. Like, if the playoffs start right now, he ain't in the playoffs. So those extra points could come valuable for him. I don't know.
And he hasn't even been like remotely in play other than the All-Star race. Because yeah.
And the thing is, like, if they start up front, it's irrelevant because they're not going to be 20 to 1 or more.
All right. I like that angle, but I have to see that data first. So Chastain 18 to 1, fair. He's been fast on road courses. 20 to 1 on Denny Hamlin. Denny hasn't really been that good.
Denny, who do you think led the first 33 laps of this race last year?
Yeah, but like short of that and Watkins Glen, he's been fucking dreadful.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Like, Denny, like, in 2022, didn't even look like he had been in a car before in his entire life on road courses. He was that bad.
Yeah.
He was driving all over the place. Last year he was better, and then he went to Tyler and said, "Tyler, give me the secret sauce of your setup." All right, and he got it, and he's been really fast since then.
Well,
But
wait a
then
minute.
he
Wait a
continues to
minute.
make mistakes.
He's not in the top 12 in speed, but for 2 road courses since the beginning of last year.
He you didn't listen to me. I said he didn't even know how to drive a car in 2022 on a road course.
No, I'm talking
That's how
about
bad it was.
2023.
Yeah, he made improvements off of 22.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was that bad. He was horrible in 22.
I mean, he's middle.
Like he looked like me probably trying to drive a stick shift.
I can't
on a road course.
It's impossible that you don't know how to drive a manual transmission.
I guarantee you, if you asked,
it's. I mean,
if you did a poll
older than me.
People, if you
how
did
do
a poll
you
of people that are 18 to 35, I bet you at least 50% of them don't know how to drive a stick.
My father made me learn when I started driving a car. The first car he made me learn on was a stick. He's like, every man should know how to drive.
I wasn't rich enough to have a stick.
What do you mean? They're cheaper than automatics.
So
that's very disappointing that you don't.
But yeah, Dennis Hamlin. I'm with you. I think it would take a lot for him to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if he qualifies well.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, he was fast at Sonoma last year, and if Watkins Glen is the closest that you can compare it to, he was really fast there too.
But I don't like Dennis for the same reasons I don't like Marty. So
why? Because tire wear's not going to be a thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm kind of like, man. I'm with you. Like he hasn't been very good, but it's worth noting that he was fast here. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Yeah, he's a wait and see. I would never bet him pre-flop, but yeah, I mean, if he's got the speed during the race, obviously, sure. Blaney 20-1. Will Brown, supercar guy, right?
Yep.
22-1. Logano 25-1. Joey was good here last year too. What do you think about Penske?
Yeah. I think they'll qualify well. Probably. I don't know if they'll race well. Like I just can't see a Blaney or a Logano not making a mistake if they're up front for 100 laps or however long the race is.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'm a little bit more positive, I think, that on you than Joey, but I'm not expecting a ton out of Blaney. KB 20.
But this, another thing that drives me crazy. I get on X, and it says Ryan Blaney wins practice.
How do you win practice?
By having the fastest lap. Like they need to get rid of that shit. Like because you run the fastest lap doesn't mean you win practice. Like that's old days.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Right. Yeah. Like that's old time. It needs to be, they need to get up with the new times.
Where are you at on KB at 28-1?
I think he'll make a mistake. He'll be a car that spins out.
You think he'll be fast but fuck it up? Yeah, I kind of think so too. He can't not fuck up for whatever reason the last 18 months. So, but he's probably going to be pretty fast if history is any indication.
Well, the thing is, that supercar guy Will Brown is driving for Richard Childress. Like, do you think they have the balls to give him a better car than KB?
I mean,
like, if they gave him a better car than KB, like, wouldn't KB just like Like,
he would flip. Yeah, he would
yeah.
flip out. Yeah, for sure. But they also want to win the race.
But winning a race don't mean shit.
But I
For
mean,
him.
like, when's
He
the
just
last?
becomes another SVG.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
That's it. Like, it doesn't get him into the playoffs.
true.
You know,
But they
it
still
just
want
creates more issues for the team. To be quite honest with you.
Yeah. And like Kyle Busch is probably not in a very good headspace right now either.
Right. You
Because
think?
he can't get out of his own fucking way, man. And he's watching Ty Gibbs basically shit all over everything he's done this year. All right. After him, Suarez is 50, Bowman is 60. I don't think Daniel Suarez has a prayer this week. He's been bad. He's been fucking horrific this year. But Alex Bowman is kind of interesting if we think that HMS is going to be fast. Bowman is underrated on road courses. He's there sometimes late. What do you think about him?
What number is it?
Currently 60 at Bet365.
Is that the best number?
I haven't chopped it. I'm not sure. I would have to look everywhere.
I'm on DraftKings.
FanDuel has 50.
Is that race or is that championship odds?
Oh, that's a championship. BR doesn't have it yet. I don't think. They're not open. Oh, yeah, they are.
I'm going to Caesars.
$33-1 he is at BR.
He's 50 at Caesars.
ESPN's not up yet.
What's he at Superbook? I'm checking Superbook.
I'll check.
I'm checking Superbook. You don't need to.
I'll check Fanatics. Maybe Fanatics is back up.
60. I'll look at MGM, but I doubt if MGM's back up.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Oh, they are. Hold on. $50. What in the flying fuck?
50 at Fanatics.
Wait. Wait. I think they forgot a zero on Zane Smith at MGM.
Well, why? What is he like? 12-1 instead of like 120?
No, he's 40-1. On DK, he's 800-1.
Imagine trying to make a living doing this. Jesus fucking
So
Christ.
I think if we want to hit a long shot this week, it's Alex Bowman. Because the HMS cars were good. I know I haven't given Bowman a lot of credit as a road course driver other than at Coda. But he had some fast times today, didn't he?
Today, yeah, he was in the top. He was a tenth and a half off Byron in 5-lap average. Yeah, he's fast.
I mean, that's the only the only driver I see who we can make a long shot money off of this week.
My only issue with it is that if you like, he's very fast at Coda and the Indy road course, but like last year he was 13th at Sonoma. But you know what? He was 10th at the Charlotte Roval. He's only had like one stinker, Bowman. Other than that, he's been pretty solid. 60 to 1 was there.
How did Bubba do today?
Bubba. He was like 15th maybe in 5 lap. Andrew said, "What do we think about Chastain?" Yeah, Chastain should be one of the guys that you bet. I think if you bet like we do.
Yeah, I got Chastain at 25. He's 12 now.
He's 18 at DK or bet 365.
So you're calling off the Alex Bowman bet?
Am I what? Am I down to bet Bowman? Is that your question? Yeah, I'm not against it. There's nobody with longer odds that's got a better shot, that's for sure. Like, he's got as good of a chance to win this race as Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch is 28 to 1. And he's 60.
So you're calling it off? You're not going to bet it?
Do you hear anything I say, bro?
You didn't say you wanted. You said you liked it, but you didn't want to bet it. That's what I got out of it.
I didn't say that. I said I'm not against it. I said there's not a guy that has longer odds that has a better chance to win. And if Kyle Busch is 28 to 1, he has no worse chance to win this race than Kyle Busch. So why is he 28 and not 60? Or 60 and not 28?
We'll have to think about it.
He was faster in practice than a lot of the people that are ahead of him in odds.
Right.
Just like Cindric last week.
Right.
I don't think I would bet more than a quarter unit on it. But
yeah, definitely.
I'm not
against it. It would be an
it.
Austin Cindric bet.
Yeah. I'm not against that. All right. I guess that's it. Man, I wish we had more markets to go break down over on Patreon. We don't. We'll still go live real quick. All right, boys, we're out of here. Listen, the last few Saturdays, we have not been public until Sunday. But this week, we're going to go public on tomorrow. And Sunday will be for Patreon members. So tomorrow, all day, we will be live on YouTube for the UFC Fight Night card and the Xfinity race tomorrow night. And I think there's probably is there like an NBA Finals game tomorrow, Coop? Hockey, okay. So first game is Stanley Cup final. So we got that too. So we'll probably go live at like 4, right when the card starts. and then we'll be live probably till the Xfinity race or the hockey game is over. It'll be public, and then no, Jerry, Larson was not that much better than everybody else, but it's Kyle Larson, and he was technically better than everybody else, which is why he's 4-1. But no, he's not going to blow the field away or anything. But yeah, Sunday will be for only Patreon members, and tomorrow 4:00 we'll be live on Nuke the House YouTube. Come over, hang out with the boys, and that's it. For Coop, I'm Keg. We'll be over on Patreon in a couple minutes. We're out later.